Yo, what it do, y'all? It's your boy King Hutch. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about, would you give your girl an allowance? Now, this will be fun. But make sure if you're enjoying yourself, if you're having a good time, leave a comment below. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. It all helps the channel do better, keeps me being able to do this and to justify why I'm staying up so late to do these things, right? All right, let's get rolling. Let's get to it.
No, only boyfriend, girlfriend, no side chick. Would I give my girlfriend allowance? Depends on the type. Okay, my girlfriend would have to be somebody for years, somebody I wasn't just kicking it with. So yes, I am not against giving her an allowance. Why would I give her allowance? This is my girlfriend. And kind of like what Nikki said, like, instead of coming and ask me, I'm gonna give her, and also to piggyback what Rashawn said, depending on how much I am making, it will delegate, trickle down to what I will give her. So as this is my girlfriend, this is somebody I see as potential as somebody in the long run. I'm not gonna be playing that house if I don't have a home. So
for those of you who don't know or whatever, understand that I'm Christian and I have a lot of Christian values and whatever else. So I kind of find it funny when you see these things because a lot of times most people agree with the norm. Even if you're not Christian, like, understand the values that are in the Bible and whatnot still apply scientifically. So one of these problems that I have with this is like or more so not a problem, but the only time that I could see or whatever you giving your girlfriend an allowance is if you're living together or have a child together, right? But at that point, you know, like, I understand if it's like maybe a little while before you get married or you're engaged or whatever beforehand, but like, it's so much easier to not fall into that trap because it also depends what type of woman you want. If you want a traditional woman, and what I mean by traditional, I mean somebody that's cooking, cleaning, staying at home, watching the kids and all that jazz. Okay, I understand. You give them allowance. But if you have, like, what most women are today, where they want to work, they want to bring home some of the money and all that, have their own supply and all that, I don't see it, you know what I mean? And most of the people that I mess with are working towards something themselves, you know what I'm saying? So personally, I don't really, for a girlfriend, now for my wife, shoot, absolutely. For my girlfriend, you have no responsibilities other than trying to get to know me. You don't got to take care of nothing unless, like, we have a child together or something. You have no other responsibilities other than, can I, be there for you? Can I make you happy? And let's see if this is going to take it to the next level. That's the only responsibilities in dating to me. So
for me, my girlfriend is the prerequisite to somebody I'm gonna, be with forever. So that's why I say, for me, the way how I look at my girlfriend
That's
is
a wife, though.
So I said no. I said I look at my girlfriend as.
So why you don't just marry her? Stop.
Because you gotta crawl before you walk. You can't. You go from courting, boyfriend and girlfriend, then husband and wife.
Oliver, that sounds good.
The question is, would I give my girlfriend? Let's stay on track. Would I give my girlfriend allowance? Yes, I would, because I see her as somebody that is gonna be more than just my girlfriend. So I'm
the same thing, Oliver. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I got to put the cap on his head.
Would I give her allowance? Yes, I would.
No, listen. I got to put the cap on his head for one thing, though.
The question was, would you give your girlfriend?
And you said yes.
Yes.
I got you. Now, Oliver, hold on, wait. Y'all could jump in. I just got to, because the capping is real right now. Because you try to say something, and I'm not a shorty. So understand, I asked you the question, why, if you know in your mind that you want to be with her long term, why don't you just marry her?
So what if I'm with her for 2 years, just like that?
Yeah. Oliver, you just like that? No, Oliver, why you with this shit? Oliver, I'm not listen, understand. I understand the cameras is on us and everything. We're men. I know when this is game right now.
No, you trying to say I should know. No, you saying that I should know if.
Here's my thing. If you're already giving in that steps of where you're trying to give somebody an allowance, you're integrated your lives together and all that, yeah, get married. Like, that's what you're already doing. Like, I get what he's trying to say, you know, working my way into it, you know, like I want to know if this is how I like it, if this is how I work, this is how I feel, and whatever else. But at the same time, like, then what will ever be the point once you're already doing it? If I'm already giving you an allowance, if I'm already living with you, if you're already taking care of the kids, cleaning the house, or all that, or whatever else the case may be. I'm assuming if you're getting an allowance, you're a traditional woman. You don't make your own bread. You don't make your own money, right? But like, if that's what you're already doing, and we're already in these roles, yeah, get married, or why get married at all? There's no need to prolong that if you're already going through those steps of what marriage is.
That's gonna be a one. Why not get married to her right away, right? That's what you're saying, right?
No, if you plan, you said, if I know I'm planning on being with this woman long term, why don't you just marry her? I'm sorry, ladies.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I understand where Ra is trying to go. But I'm just going to argue you just for 1 second. If this is a girlfriend that you feel like you're going to be with for long term, possibly to get married, wouldn't you wait for that allowance, like, until you guys are actually married? If you know that this is someone you're going to be with for a very long time.
And I can simply say yes, but then why not get the ball rolling now? Why not like, okay, for example, why would I want to wait till, I don't know how to cook, right? So why would I want to wait till marriage to learn how to cook? Why not do it with my girlfriend, right? Why not do that with her? Because a man.
Cooking is something that you can do regardless. That's something that's a talent and a gift that you can take on with you within or without that relationship. If you're not in a relationship, you can't get an allowance from somebody you're not with. Well, you probably can, but that depends on the circumstance, you feel. I just feel like that's elementary.
And just saying, like, why don't I wait for marriage to do allowance, right? Then I could flip it and say, okay, I don't know how to cook. Why do I have to wait till marriage to learn how to cook? Why not, you know what? I never did this as a single man, but now I got a girlfriend, we can cook together.
All right, but I want to say something too. Like, I feel like we got all these Instagram pages misleading these women. Like, sis, if he don't marry you after a year, after two,
or
he's
don't
playing
give you
with
allowance.
you. Or
How about that? Let's talk about that.
He is right.
But you know what? People meet their love of their life at 14 in high school, and they're boyfriend and girlfriend for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and then they get married. So I feel like it should be when everybody's financially ready, when everybody's emotionally and mentally ready. Like, don't let Roz say, oh, well, put a ring on it. Like, no, wait until you're ready and you make sure the person is ready too, because marriage is a big deal. You could, when you don't got a ring on your finger, I don't have to explain to you why I'm not answering you after a year and a half. I don't have to.
Now, she's speaking facts. Like, for real though, like, if we being 100% honest, wait till you are. I feel like a lot of people feel that pressure. Like, dang, I've been dating my girl for 1 year, 2 years. It's like, bro, you just got out of college and you're in debt, bro. Why are you trying to get married? Right? Like, even trying to set yourself up for success, for life. You know, $40,000, $50,000 may not be a lot to make in a year for a family to live off of. So for you to be giving an allowance, so say you're giving her, even if you're giving her like $20 a day, I think that adds up to like maybe $4,000 a year, right? So something like that. I don't know. Somebody do the math. But like, that's a chunk of money that you could have, if you could afford to take that off of you a day. I don't even want to say an allowance, because what they're talking about isn't even an allowance. That's, I'm paying you. I'm paying you. I'm giving you a blue strip every day, probably, right? So if I'm doing that, there's 365 days. I'm giving you, that's $36,000, $100 a day. That's $3600 some dollars. Math is hard. Anyway, yeah, if that's what the norm is that's what you already doing, you're holding yourself back and the potential for your family to thrive. If you hurry up, rush, get together go get a house, go get an apartment together and all this other jazz and whatnot, when you could have stayed at your mama's house for another 2-3 years, stacked your bread up, and then have lucrative money to invest, money to be comfortable, money to sit on, safety funds, emergency funds, and all that. But you want to move out and then wait till y'all are ready. Don't get pressured into getting married so soon and all that other jazz. Like, if it's real, it's real. If it's not, it's not. At the end of the day, you both are adults and you both are figuring it out. If you're not enjoying yourself, why would you get married at the end? If somebody can't handle being your girlfriend or your boyfriend, that means they don't enjoy that level. They don't enjoy that role. They want to be a wife. They want to be a husband. If you can't enjoy being my boyfriend or my girlfriend, why would I ever want you to be my husband or my wife? Because it's only going to amplify and it's only going to get worse. That's why, I ain't even going to go into the divorce rates. But for sure, like, you get married too soon and then it's like putting food in the oven, taking it out too soon. You get sick.
I don't fuck with you anymore. I don't have to. I don't have no ring. I don't have to commit to you. All right. But once you put that ring on, you're making a promise to that person that we're going to work things out. So you cannot sit there and tell Oliver, like, oh, after this X amount of time, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want you to,
again, this is a woman speaking for men. Oh, no. Again, this is women speaking for men.
I just want to comment.
Listen, no, I spoke to a man. I said men.
I just wanted to comment on what you just said because that goes back to what I just told Oliver. So if he was giving his girlfriend an allowance, what if she felt like, okay, well, he's doing this for me already. I'm not his wife. I'm just his girl. He should be financially ready. Why is he not marrying me?
Exactly.
It's been 2 years.
But if you need an allowance or whatever the case is, and I'm not saying that was my case or whatever, or maybe I wasn't financially where I wanted to be. You understand? That's why I felt like I wasn't ready for marriage. So it's just like, maybe she's not ready. He could be ready, but she's not ready. And that's why I said it takes both parties to be ready.
And also, an allowance doesn't equal marriage.
Can I just say, in terms of allowance, I, as a girlfriend, I wouldn't necessarily accept an allowance from a man. I wouldn't want it. Now, if he gave it to me, I would use it for, oh, you know what? Let's go out and let's do this and do that, whatever. But I would actually prefer if a man listened to me and paid attention to what was going on in my life and said, oh, I saw you wanted these shoes. Let me get them from her. Like, I would feel like that would be more of him thinking of me. Him just giving me money for something, I just don't think so. And I don't want a man, like, complaining about my hair, my nails. I'll do it when I want. Don't come here and say, I gave you the money and you should have went and got, no, I'll do it whenever I want. You want to give me a gift?
And there's nothing wrong with being an independent woman or anything like that. I actually applaud you. And I respect it. Because, I know a lot of people who do abuse their partners by holding money over their heads. There are people who literally live off their boyfriends, and, it has a bad history of, well, I gave you money to do this. And, that person might have made sacrifice for the kids, may have made sacrifices for the house, the family, or whatever, or just made a mistake or whatever. Or just did something else that they wanted to do with the money. They're a grown adult, you know what I'm saying? So, like, unless it's like gambling it away or whatever else, you shouldn't be mad and use that as a way to oppress women. You shouldn't use that as a tactic. But in the same regard, vice versa, you shouldn't be a woman who mooches off of a man in order to show how committed he is to you, because it ain't got nothing to do with money. I'll tell you that right now.
Perfect. I'll take it.
I'm so happy that Lonnie is on the show today, because there's a difference. When you hear the mentality of a woman that's getting to a bag, it's a difference. She made a statement saying...
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
Because listen, I want all the smoke today. However y'all want to come bring it, we can bring all the smoke today. Yeah, listen, let's be clear. It's a difference in the mentality. Which is why I said what goes back to my point to Oliver, What if you're going to do that, and he himself says he plans on dealing with this woman long term. If you doing the stuff that people do when they are in a marriage, why play games and prolong that? Just get married. Listen, women who.
The only thing that I can see and like kind of like hold off on is marriage is dangerous, but it's also sacred. When you marry somebody, it should be for like the long term. I think we're too normalized. We're getting to the point where we're normalizing divorce, even with a prenup. Like marriage is something that should be held as sacred, especially as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like I value marriage as something that is real, something like I don't want to get divorced. I don't want to have a second, third, fourth wife. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, I understand things happen and whatever else, but like that's not what I'm aiming for. You know what I mean? Like when I get married, I'm getting married for real. So I understand this guy if he's coming from I just want to be safe and understand if this is something that I can do, something that I like to do. Do I enjoy giving my girl money? Do I trust this person with finances? If it's a test of that nature, okay, maybe. Other than that, if it's not coming from a place of safety, I just want to be secure. I want to be safe. I don't want to put myself in danger of, merging families, ripping them apart, having kids, having them go to separate homes and all this other jazz and whatever else. Then yeah, I agree. Get married.
The thing about it is, people, you just said that you didn't want to play house, right? You don't want to play house, but that's what you're doing, aren't you?
Building my foundation, right?
Oh, but you said you're building the foundation, but do you think that once you get married, you just think that, because we already was doing this, you think that things are supposed to just go on how you was before you married?
No,
things change.
It evolves.
No, things change when you get married.
Evolves.
Listen, Oliver, things change when you get married.
Yeah, I think that for real though, like what people don't realize is that I've heard this 1,000 times. Whatever you're trying to get away from by dating is only going to amplify in marriage. So whatever that thing is, whether if you think they're gonna be nicer to you, whether you think their attitude's gonna be any better, whether you think the accusations or whatever else is going on, it's only gonna amplify once you get married. Because it offers a sense of security that you can't leave. So I'm going to anchor down, and you've bet on me, so I'm going to bet and say that you're not gonna get a divorce, because that's even more difficult. When you're dating, you can literally pick up your stuff and walk out, leave, or just stop texting, whatever. Especially if you're living separately or whatever, you can just, I'm done, right? In marriage, you're stuck. You are stuck, and you have to then rip apart, right? So be careful who you're getting in. Whatever you do, do not marry somebody in hopes to make things better. And I think that's kind of like where it's kind of leaning towards, where it's like, well, we're gonna evolve into something beautiful. It's like, listen, hombre, like if you already got something that's good, the Bible says, a man findeth a good thing. You know what I'm saying? When he findeth a good woman, he findeth a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes down to that, you found a good woman, that's your good thing. You heard me? So that being said, if it's not good, do not marry it and hope that you turn it into good. As a man, we hate when women do that to us. And as women, I'm sure they hate when men try to do the same thing to them. At the end of the day, as a man, it really only hurts you. When it comes to those divorce papers, it hurts you 9 times out of 10 more than it hurts her. It hurts the kids, your relationship with the kids 9 times out of 10 with you more than it does her. And the time, the money that you allocated towards those things because you decided to get married out of spite of someone's feelings or emotions, it's all for naught. Thank you guys for watching. It's been good. It's been a real one. Let me know in the comments, would you give your girl an allowance, or would you accept an allowance from your man, or would you wait till you're married? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you already haven't. And remember to stay king, stay queen, stay royal. I'm your boy King Hutch, and I'm out.